Rudy Giuliani has been getting a lot of ink this past week for his pro-choice position and making a crusade, seemingly, of running within the Republican primary on his pro-choice position. And this controversy over Giuliani happens to coincide with this week's cover story in the New Republic, which is written by the venerable Tom Edsall. Edsall has a counter conventional wisdom take on Giuliani. He argues that Giuliani isn't really is essentially embracing the future of the Republican Party, which is economically conservative, quasi authoritarian on a lot of on law and order, very hawkish, but not terribly concerned with abortion and the rest of the social issues. And he looks at all the demographic data and shows that Rudy Giuliani is really probably ahead of his time, but the Republican Party is going to ultimately catch up with him. Also, this week we have a piece by Jamie Kirchick on Carl Zinsmeister, who is George Bush's chief domestic policy advisor. If you will recall, Claude Allen, George Bush's last domestic policy advisor, was caught shoplifting from Walmart and Kmart and other big box stores. Well, when Bush replaced Claude Allen, he didn't exactly replace him with a guy who had his own perfect ethical record. And Jamie Kirchick's piece, which I hope gets a lot of attention, digs into Carl Zinsmeister's somewhat dicey past. Finally, this week we have a piece by Josh Hirsch of The New Yorker, and his piece is about a guy named Steve Robinson, who is basically the Howard Rubenstein of Veterans Affairs. When vets come back from Iraq and they have to deal with the Kafkaesque Veterans Affairs system, they turn to Robinson as the guy who ends up ultimately getting them help. And it's a very colorful story about an interesting guy who has a very tormented relationship to the military. And that's what's in this week's New Republic, and I hope you check it out. Thanks.